Okay, here's the deal. Um, I know a lot of people have a lot of trouble with the idea that somehow there's too many people who are lazy. And the simple fact is, there's no way we can move to a society that doesn't run on money because the lazy people are going to take advantage of it. They're going to be drunk and drugged up every day, um, wasted because that's what they see right now. The certain segment of the population that doesn't work and begs for money, and then they go to the liquor store and you see them passed out drunk next to the river. Um, let's put that aside for a minute. Because I will admit there is a certain segment of the population that is hopelessly, let's call them mentally ill. Let's say they're mentally ill and that's why they're alcoholics, okay? Because alcoholism is called a disease in our medical system. So we're going to call them mentally ill. So the people who, all the people who are going to take advantage of the system, they're mentally ill, okay? So we've got that covered. Now, the next part of it is, how are we going to live in a society, a just society? Now, I've stolen this idea of the just society from Pierre Trudeau, and I think he got the idea maybe from Lyndon Johnson, who had a somewhat nebulous idea about it as well. Um, the main point that needs to be made is that our societies are judged on their success based upon their gross domestic product, which is all about money. And it's not judged upon the quality of life of the people in the country. Doesn't that sound stupid to you? I mean, your gross domestic product, those numbers really have a lot to do with the industry that is running in your country. It has nothing to do at all with the people in your country. Um, so, the way that we measure success is we're missing the mark. We should be judging the success of a country based upon the quality of life of the vast majority of people in the country, and we don't. So, it's basically because we were born into this society that we are brainwashed that this is the only way society can work. So, if we were going to have a change in the way that we recognize things as being valuable, we're going to have to strip away money. We're going to have to strip away private ownership. I'm not talking about communism because that was tried and everyone knows communist states don't work because they have an elite, the same way that capitalist societies have an elite. The elite live high on the hog and everyone else works. Now, it doesn't mean if you've got a house today that the state is going to come and take your house away. It's going to have to be a period of transition. Everyone's got red flags going off right now. Like sirens are going off in their head. This guy's insane. He's a communist. No, I am not a communist. I am talking about changing the way that we organize ourselves. They're still saying he's like communes. It's like the kibbutz in Israel. It doesn't work. I've heard all these arguments from all kinds of people. It's mostly because these people haven't taken. I'm going to have to give you like 15 minutes because all of these thoughts are popping into your head right now. This guy's a loser. This guy's a moron. This guy's a lazy bum and he wants to be a drunk with all the rest of them outside the liquor store. This guy's insane. This guy belongs in the mental institution. Seek help. right away, run to your psychiatrist. There's something wrong with you. All these thoughts that pop into your head. How do I know that? I've been on planet Earth a long time. I know how people react when they hear something. Anyway, the book that you can get a free sample from is called Sacred Economics by Charles Eisenstein. And in that book, Mr. Eisenstein gives us a roadmap to get off money, to get away from banksters, compound interest, enormous government debts, corruption of all types. I mean, I'm going to give you that one. If you go and get the free sample on Amazon of the Kindle book, Charles Eisenstein's Sacred Economics, you can get a brief overview of what we're talking about. If you like the free download, you can order the hard copy book or, get the full Kindle book. But just get the download. It's free. So instead of going and pointing your finger at old Bob and saying, you're insane, seek help, it's not the real world. Fellas, I'm 54 years old. I know all the ways that this planet works. I am very well educated. I've got a master's in business administration. So if you think an MBA is stupid, then I can't help you because you've got too much monkey mind going on. It's also known as reactive mind. It's like react, emotional. Oh my God, this guy's insane. You probably already tuned out most of these people. But we have to change the society. The evidence I will give you is the epidemic of drug addiction, opioid addiction, the suicide epidemic, the Vice article that came out very recently that said 90% of the people who are on minimum wage or even making $20 an hour cannot afford the rent that are being charged in cities in Canada. So, I'm giving it a massive F for fail for the way the society serves people. Canadian society, world society, it is all about chasing the almighty buck, and it doesn't work. It does not serve people. People are going to have to come first, and that means the money is going to have to be flushed down the toilet. Not like borrowing it from the bank and flushing it. We're going to go and we're going to shutter the banks. Now, basically, in a nutshell, what sacred economics is, it's a gift economy. So it doesn't mean people aren't going to do anything other than the mentally ill that are going to the liquor store to get drunk all day. But people will do things. But the idea is working less, more leisure. And basically the reason that that's going to work is that most of us work because we need the money. And the economic rents that we're charged for everything are too high. And you can't get rid of it, by saying, okay, well, we're going to subsidize you, whatever. It doesn't work. What are you going to do about the mentally ill people that, you go to a sacred economics and they just say, just keep bringing me bottles of booze? That's a topic that I'm going to address now. Mentally ill people need a lot of love. They need a lot of support. Who's going to do it? Possibly you. But you're not going to spend 8 hours a day dealing with hard case alcoholics or whatever else mental people problems there are, because then you're not going to get any enjoyment out of your life. You're going to have more balance in your life. So working less at things that feel like drudgery and enjoying more of things that you enjoy. This is the transition state. And that's all we got to focus on right now is the transition. I'm Bob Frizzell.